Hello everyone, welcome to SCI-EASE. Now, the last topic of this chapter is what are the types of pure substances? Pure substances are categorized into two types, that is element or the compound. Now, I will tell you what elements are. You know that there are more than 118 elements in the long form of the periodic table. And out of these elements, some are metals, some are non-metals, and some are metalloids. These are all elements, 118 elements are there. Some are metals, some are non-metals, and some are metalloids. Metals, they are many in number, and almost all the metals, they are solid except mercury. And non-metals, they may be solid, liquid, or gas. Other properties you have read in 8th class also about metals and non-metals. Other properties of the metals, metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are lustrous. Metals are malleable and ductile. Metals have high melting and boiling point. On the other hand, non-metals, which are only 22 in number, they may be solid, liquid, or gases. And they are non-lustrous, non-sonorous, bad conductor of heat and electricity. No doubt graphite, that is an exception. Then they are non-malleable, non-ductile. So these are the properties of metals and non-metals. And now I want to tell you what is the basic definition of this element. Elements, that is the substance which contain atoms all of the same kind. Suppose I have oxygen element. Oxygen element will have all oxygen atoms in it. If I take mercury, then it has all the mercury atoms in it. Means the other definition of element, that can be element is the substance made up of atoms all having the same atomic number. They must be having the same atomic number. Means oxygen element is there in which there are all oxygen atoms having 8 atomic number. So I have told you what elements are. They are the pure substances. We cannot divide them further by some chemical method. Now come to the compounds. Then I will differentiate the two. Compound, that is a substance which is formed by the combination of 2 or more elements in a fixed ratio or fixed proportion by weight. You know, water, that is the compound. Carbon dioxide is a compound. This means water, it has H2O formula in which there is hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 2:1. In the same way, in case of carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen are in the ratio of 1:2. You can't change the formula of the substance. So compound, there are many compounds: calcium carbonate, calcium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. All these are formed by the combination of the elements in the fixed ratio. So these are the compounds. And compounds, their properties, they are altogether different from their constituent elements from which they are formed. Like we take the example of when hydrogen and oxygen, they combine, they result in the formation of water. Water is a liquid, hydrogen, oxygen, they are in the gaseous form. The properties of water, that is altogether different from hydrogen and oxygen. So you can take any example and you can see that the properties of the compound, that is altogether different from the constituent elements. Now, I want to tell you sometimes difference between element or compound that can be asked. So, what are elements? It cannot be broken into the simpler form by chemical methods. But compound, it can be decomposed into its constituents by the chemical method. Water, when we pass electric current through water, it will change into H2 plus O2. It is composed of atoms of one kind only. In case of element, the atoms, they are of only one kind. That I have explained in detail. It is composed of elements of different elements in a fixed proportion by weight. So this is the difference between element and compound. I think the terms, they are clear to you. Now sometimes the question is there, what are the differences between compound and a mixture? We have read about mixture in detail, what are mixture and what are its types. So here we will revise them. What is mixture? Mixture that can be formed from two or more substances, but in any ratio. But in case of the compound, when two or more than two elements, they combine together in a fixed ratio, then compound is formed. Okay? Then next one, the properties of the mixture, that is same as the properties of its constituent elements. When you mix iron and sulfur, you mix them. Just mix. You are not heating. You are mixing them. This means mixture is formed. So, the mixture, it has same properties as that of iron and sulfur. And you can separate iron from this mixture by using magnet. So, in case of the mixture, the constituents, they can be separated by physical methods. But in case of the compound, the properties of the compound, that is entirely different from its constituent element that I have told you, and the constituents of the compound, they cannot be separated by physical method. So this is very important question. At least 3 points of difference. I have told you 3 points, and then the examples. Okay, air is a mixture, soil is a mixture of substances. So these are the examples of mixture. And in case of the compound, water, sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, these are the compounds. So with this, our chapter, that is finished. Now I will come with the next video with new chapter of class 9th. Till then, thank you very much.